Hello everyone, Bryson Black Widow Fishing. Today I'm going to show you how to change out the spike to a power pole if the need arises. So let's get on into it. For those of you that regularly watch the channel, you might have noticed that I have power poles on the boat. I have two power pole blades, the 8-foot models, on either side of the engine, and we're going to be doing some maintenance. The one on the starboard side, the hydraulic line popped, so we have to change that, but unfortunately I don't have the parts to change that right now, but I do have new spikes that I have. So we're going ahead and install the spikes, and although they look very complex, they're actually really simple devices, and I'll show you how to get that changed out. So what you're going to need is you're going to need a new spike, which if you purchased your power poles from a power pole dealer, you have a lifetime warranty on the spikes and they are free. You just have to pay for the shipping, or you can go down to a local dealership and you should be able to pick those up for free there. You're also going to need a 7/16 socket and a 7/16 wrench. Some other things that make this a lot easier too, just depending on how long it's been since you've either lubed up your spikes or you have replaced them, is I find a chisel and a hammer to be really helpful, as well as any kind of lube that you want to use. I use WD-40 just to get them out and get them in, and then when I do my regular maintenance, I'll use like a marine grade lube, and you'll kind of see why I do this in just a little bit. So the first thing that we need to do, and like I said, this is a really simple, just need to remove these two bolts. So you also might need a stool if you're a little bit shorter like me. So I'm actually going to move my stool around so I can get these out, and then you guys can see. Once you get the back lock nut off, you might have to give it a little tap to get the screw out. And then you should be able to pull that rest out, and I just stick them in my pocket because we're going to use them right away. Okay, so now that we have both of the bolts out, this is where it gets a little bit difficult. Just trying to do it. We got to pull this spike out, and there's two little notches, as you can see on this one. These, here, let's get closer. There's two little notches right here, and that's where the screws will go in. So those get kind of stuck inside the little grooves there, and it makes it a little bit difficult to get out. So we're just going to pull them down from the bottom. Okay, and now to get the spike out, we're going to want to apply a little bit of pressure and see if we can pull it out. Wiggle it back and forth. And if we can't, which I know that we're probably not already going to get those out, we're going to take our hammer and our chisel, and we're just going to find a spot, and we're just going to kind of start tapping it out. So let me grab mine. So I like to lower the pole just a little bit so I can see a little bit of this groove where it'll snap in, and then I put the chisel right inside there and just start going to town. Okay, and now it's still in there, so we're going to add some lube into here and see if we can wiggle it out. As I said, this is a really easy repair or maintenance item. It's just a little difficult to get the pole out, and this is the only part where you would have a little bit of trouble. Alright, now we've removed this, and as you can see, those are the two spikes there. And we're not so much worried about the damage that we'll do to the spike that we're taking off, because it's already to the point of being damaged that we're going to replace it anyways. So now we take our new pole, and what I like to do is put some of the lube on there right away. Now that it's all lubed up, now we'll just face it the correct direction inside here, and then we'll just push it up. Oh, let's see. Alright, and then once it starts to go in, I take the hammer and I just knock it on the bottom gently until we get up to the top where it seats. Okay. So now the replacement spike is seated in here, and we can see inside the holes that it's clear. So we're going to take our hardware and we're going to put them back in. Now our spike is changed. We would just do the same thing to the other side, and then we would have two brand new spikes. So we're going to lift this one up, and that's going to be it for this part of the install. Coming in a few days, when we get the parts that we need to replace the hydraulic line, I'll go ahead and show you guys how to do that on the one that needs replacing. So that's it. Catch you next time.